Hey there, scumbag. You know these ducks can't eat bread, right? This shit fucking kills them.
That's the point. I want them to die.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, have a nice day. Sorry, sir. Have a good one.
Thank you. Whoa. 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 It's tense.
It's intense. It's like a circus fire. It's intense.
Oh, intense.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
a
get
circus
it.
fire. Yeah. See, it's
Ah,
because it's
because
in.
circuses
It's
are intense
yeah. The circus is intense, but then the circus fire as well is
in the
intense
tents.
because ideally you're at a circus. There's gonna be tents in the circus. So
Right.
the fire, the intense fire is gonna be intense at the intense circus.
Well, it'd be weird if there were no tents at the circus.
That'd be quite a shitty circus
No.
if I went to, unless it was an Andy circus, unless and he's pitching a tent in the morning with some morning wood. That's a whole different other shebang. It's a whole different ballrooms. That's a whole different can of worms. That's a whole different ballpark. That's a whole different astronomical field. That's a whole different game. That's apples to oranges. That's bananas to peas even.
Well, that's all related. It's food.
I mean, yeah, true. So they are comparable in that way, but it's just not the same.
No, of course not.
It's not the same.
No.
Just like good old fashioned American baseball. It's not the same as it used to be.
No. Well, because there used to be good players back then, and the Yankees used to mean something to people like us.
Yeah, a lot more Cubans.
A lot more fucking
A lot
Cubans.
more Cubans. And we need to get more Cubans. We have to start exporting more Cubans from Cuba and other parts of the world. We don't want to just get Cubans. That's keeping our move pool, so to speak, to put it in Pokemon terms, too low. We got to get other types of Cubans. We got to get American Cubans. We got to get Venezuelan Cubans. We got to get Chinese Cubans even. Those Chinese love baseball, and you better best believe they got some Cubans over there.
Yeah, but let's be honest, the Japanese are a lot better at baseball than the Chinese.
Fair
And
enough.
that's where it really matters most because
That's
they're number one.
the Japan is different number one. I think recently they got the highest internet speed ever recorded at like 140 million megabits per second.
Damn. Shit must download quick.
Yep, they can download just torrents, just kilobytes upon kilobytes of torrented hentai, just tons of it, all of it.
Well, of course. You have to have a backlog of all your favorite hentai.
Yeah, definitely. There's only so much tentacle porn that can exist in the world at one time, and server space ain't cheap. They got to get rid of that shit at one point or another. So if you want your Monogatari episode 3, you got to back that shit up on your hard drive.
I'm offended, Nick,
Mhm.
because not all hentai is tentacle porn. It's most of it. And to be honest, that's all I like to watch.
Yeah.
But there's different types of hentai. It's not just tentacles.
Yep, you're right.
There's stepmom hentai, surprisingly.
Yep.
There's washing machine. No one's stuck in it. They're just
No.
fucking the washing machine
Yeah,
because the vibration. It
Exactly. I was
Feels good.
going to say those wash machines. It's old school ways to get off. You don't have standard toys. You don't have a cucumba to shove in your twat and or asshole. You can use any average thing, a washer or a dryer, a removable shower head. If you don't have access to that, you can use a rock.
Or the little, I don't know what it's called, but the spigot thing in your shower.
Whoa, hey, whoa,
Whoa!
hey,
It's
I
all right.
don't
I
know
can
who.
say it. I can
Oh,
say it.
okay,
No, but
you're Italian.
Yeah, I'm Italian.
All right, cool.
But what's whatever that thing is called? Because you have the overhead shower and then the little thing there.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
a
even
spigot,
turn that
yeah.
on,
Yeah.
and then put your hoo ha up against it, and then let that hit you.
Or put your dick up inside there. Yeah.
Why haven't I thought of that?
It's like when you go to your rich friend's house. It's got the shoes in the back, and you're just chilling in there, and you think no one's looking, so you just pull your dick out of your trim trunks. You just put it in the jacuzzi hole, and you turn the bubbles on, and
well, it's a little creepy because it's not your house, right?
No.
But everyone's done it before.
yeah, he's rich. He's got a pool, man. They put chlorine in that shit. It'll be fine. What's a little bit of cum?
No.
What's a little bit of cum to 2,700 cubic liters of chlorinated water? Zilch.
Zilch, because one, it's not even going to do anything to you, even if you dive in and swallow a little bit.
Exactly. And cum, it smells like chlorine to some people and coming out of some people. So who's even going to notice?
Well, it looks like it too. If you ever mix cum and water, it's the same thing. It's that weird fizzy look
Yeah,
with chlorine.
milky, opaque consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. But chlorine gas, though, I wonder if you could flash fry cum into a gaseous form, if it would resemble chlorine gas as it does to the liquid chlorine that we put into our pools and water supplies.
Well, I'm more into that carbon monoxide. I
Mm,
like to run my car and keep my garage door closed, you know?
yeah,
I
it's
really
nice.
like to get the fumes in.
Yeah, it's like you're smoking meat, but you're smoking yourself.
Well, you are me.
Yeah, yeah, very true. We are meat. We are piloting these meaty flesh suits that just get more tasty with age. It's like humans age like fine wine. The more you stew in your own in your own blood and meats, the tastier and tender it gets.
Well, I think I'm more of a bourbon. I like to sleep in an oak barrel. That way I
Mm.
really just get that flavor in
Ah,
me.
dead people. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes it easier that way.
A necro, not philiac. Well, are you fucking them?
Well, I mean, what else am I gonna do with them?
Well, I mean, eating them because So,
Well, sure, but I mean,
no, I
I
guess
get a
so. Yeah.
little lonely sometimes,
All right.
so
I see. Yeah, you're a necrophiliac and a
kind of
necrophage. No, I think that's a disease. Maybe I don't know. I don't know for a cannibal. I don't know.
sounds like a mage class in video game.
A necro. I am the necrophage. I am the necromage. Ooh, that could be cool. Necromancer. Huh. That's just the actual thing.
Yeah, that's the actual thing.
Yeah.
But ours is cooler.
Yeah. Very true.
Necrophage.
Yeah. But I couldn't get behind eating dead human flesh. It's just not the aged meat that people do. They get like a steak and they leave it outside and they just like let it sit for literal 2 weeks and then they'll go out and eat it. That's different because that's cow meat and it's not as pure as our divine human flesh.
Well, to me, what I like to do to make it easier, because the first I would gag a little bit. I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
you
as
know,
you do.
it's an acquired taste. Obviously, it's human, and so I like to hang it out on a clothesline and dry it like jerky.
Hell yeah,
That way, when I have guests come over, I can give them some. They're like, "Oh, this is pretty good jerky." I'm like, "Yeah, I made it myself." They're
yeah,
like, "Wow!" And that way, I look impressive to them. Of course, I'm not
exactly.
going to tell them what it's made out of.
No, God, no, no.
It's a family recipe.
Yeah, it's your mom, your dad,
Yeah,
your
passed
brother,
down through
cousin. Family.
generations.
It's the family recipe.
Yeah,
You use your family.
yeah. My cousin passed away recently, so
That's good meat.
uh,
He's
definitely.
a big boy. You can't let all that meat go to waste.
No, I got
Yeah.
him bagged up in the fridge.
But yeah, baby. Did you drain him? Did you get his blood, or you letting him stew in it for a bit?
No, I like to take the blood and put it on my plants. All the
Ooh,
iron in it is good for them.
all right.
I have a broccoli field.
Don't. Oh yeah, that blood broccoli. Oh, that's some good blood broccoli. That's a tongue twister. Blood broccoli.
It's double the iron.
Yeah, yeah, so much iron. Does broccoli have iron in it?
Yeah,
Nice.
chocolate does.
What?
Chocolate has iron in it.
I
Broccoli
guess from the
has
cocoa. I
iron.
guess cocoa beans must have iron then.
But I would imagine so. But I don't know specifically.
So
It'd be
you're
weird if it was
saying
the sugar part.
you're
Yeah.
saying this steel sword is the same as chocolate? Well, no, because it's steel, not iron. You dumb piece of shit. I fucked it up. Anyways,
It's okay. It's metal.
it's metal.
Metal.
Metal's all the same. Metals is as metal does, just like we do. The Vibin podcast. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 100. Wow, the big 10, triple digits even.
Yeah, 100. That's 3 digits.
Even though two of those digits are make up nothing, they're still there in place, signifying the thing coming before them. So they do count.
If you think about it, we could put a 1 and a small dot after the 1 and then the zeros.
Yeah, Vibin podcast 1.0.
1.00. It's like
And then
the
and slowly over time, I'll just make the one and the point smaller, so become back to 99 up to 100. Then I'll just repeat the process over and over.
that way
But with two,
that way we're always on episode 100.
exactly. Well, we'll just keep reaching it every single time. It'll be a new milestone every 2.5 years.
Good.
And that's as long as I want it to take.
Just 2.5 years?
Just 2.5
Well, that's
years.
as long as it should go for, to be honest.
That's longer than some things should go for.
Yeah, like my relationship.
Yep, 6 months tops. Then the flesh just starts getting
Well, because then I want a new one.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, those bodies only stay fresh for so long.
Yeah.
The formaldehyde spell, you get used to it, but it's you got to replace it, and I don't always have it on hand, so it's not really.
Well, it's just beginning to be a nuisance buying it in bulk, you know?
Yeah, people at Costco are starting to suspect me of something. They got an armed security outside trying to see my not a phlebotomist, who fucking does dead people.
Oh,
Not a necrophiliac, the guy who
well, they do
professionally does
dead
dead people.
people.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
who doesn't professionally, who fucks me and gets paid for it.
Oh god, what
An
is it?
embalmer. He wants to see my
I know they
embalming
work
license.
they were it's a morgue where they work,
A
yeah.
mortician, that too. A mortician
Mortician.
and embalmer. Well, I think mortician. I don't know. I mean, I guess a mortician is kind of like a captain in the sense that they have to know how to do everything. So I think the mortician is kind of like the head, like the manager of the mortuary. They're the mortician of the mortuary, and the embalmer is the person embalming him.
Not the in-bomber?
No, that is a terrorist currently making his way through the Upper West Side of Manhattan. He's going into In-N-Outs all across the Upper West Side, which is crazy because they're nowhere else to be found on the entire Coast. In-N-Out is a traditionally California only restaurant, but there's a few of them in the Upper West Side of Manhattan, and the In Bomber is going around and bombing them, saying these shouldn't be here. Go back to California.
Well, he just wants to be in and out, you know. He's just trying to take care of
He
it.
does. He gets in, he puts a bomb, gets out.
I was uh I was watching some TV in the break room at my job yesterday,
Nice.
and it was one of those shows where they were talking about like you know, it's like one of those crime shows like this person murdered, and then it's like all the people like the attorney, his friend, whatnot, talking to them. It's just so this guy, I don't remember what year it was, but he had mental illness, obviously
Yeah,
mental
yeah.
illness, and he was going into some workplace. I don't remember what, but it was some sort of like company building that did stuff. Basic things, nothing related to at all why he felt the way he did. He was
Hmm.
killing Jews because he loved Israel because he was an Israeli and he wanted to protect their ideals. So in his mind, by getting rid of the Jews, it was a lot easier. So he went into this office place with a gun and just started killing everyone.
Oh Jesus! Even
Yeah.
if they weren't Jewish, he had to do extensive background checks. Like, Marty, you're a Jew. Bam.
Well, yeah, he has the list. He's like, is Rebecca Golden Smith here? And
Here,
then it's
bam.
bam,
All right, is Jerry Epstein here? Present, bam.
bam.
Why do we keep announcing ourselves?
I, d- I don't know. And every time I watch one of those shows, it just gets me thinking. Just like people are crazy.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's pretty formal that a lot of people are crazy, but just the foremind to like think about in your head one day you wake up like I'm gonna do this, and then you think about it for like a week or two, and then when you actually do it, you're like, ugh, like the thoughts going through your mind, like, how am I gonna do this?
yeah.
Where can I do this? How can I get away with it? I need the people to see my message.
I gotta protect Judaism. Yeah, it's just extreme Zionism to the extreme. And he also, yeah, he had some mental issues that also definitely played a part in the idea. Yeah, to save the race, you gotta kill him.
But here's the question though: should mental illness be an excuse for doing stuff like that? Because it could be in the court of law, you defend it like, oh yeah, he's just crazy,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
But
yeah, then you put them in an institution. Then yeah, they still serve their sentence, but also in like while getting like medicated and like psychologically examined and shit. So I think they do still like serve like a time. It might be for a lessened period, but it's they
it's
still
fucked up though. Even if it's a
it's super
lesson
fucked
period,
up.
like yeah, we can get out. Well, he'll get out early. But he killed like like 15 people.
Oh well, yeah, that he's still going to be in there probably for life. But and even if he does get out, he'd be monitored and have to be on probation, have to like check in. It'd be kept on ice, so to speak.
Well, I keep him on ice.
Yeah, I did. As soon as he got out, bam, you're not killing anyone more, sicko.
I don't know, man. I just there's it just baffles me the way that some people think when it comes to things and stuff like that. You know?
Very true. Similar to how Joe Biden thinks. to,
Oh my
to
god.
switch topics radically.
I've been hearing a lot of things about that debate.
Oh
I
yeah,
I didn't watch it, but I would see clips and especially the YouTuber like
all right, Jay Schlatt.
Jay Schlatt,
Yeah,
and he would like
his
react
big
to like
weird jaw and mustache.
his big his fat face. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's got a weirdly square face. It's interesting shape. Oh no, he's got mutton chops. He's got mutton chops and the stash. That's
but
what
it
it is.
works for him.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
But like I've just been watching little clips of him reacting to some of the shit that he was saying. Like, cause man, he just was not consistent with anything what he was saying. They would ask him something, my son, I love going to the Bahamas, and then just
I only
ran.
have a +6 golf handicap. I'd like to see. I'll meet Trump on any day on the course. I won't play with any handicap. Yeah, I think I specifically watched that part where they were talking about golf. It was a whole like a couple minute segment where they were just talking about golf and how good. No, I'm better at golf. I'm better at golf.
They they were just arguing about who's better at playing golf.
Not for an extended period, but it definitely
A few
it
minutes.
definitely got there. Yeah, and it was great. Biden, he's only got a +6 handicap. That's now he's getting better. He's like, I was at a +8. I've gotten down to +6.
I think he has more than a +6 handicap.
He's got quite a few more than that.
Well, did
And then there was one moment that I don't endorse Trump at all, or I don't think he'd be a good fit for president. But there was one point that was absolutely hilarious, and he was winning for that moment. That moment, it was like, all right, you got him, Don. You fucking got him there. It was
What happened?
They one of the people asked Biden a question. And they asked him, and he was, he was answering how Biden does at 9 o'clock at night. Well, after once he started sundowning, he's kind of starting over a little mumbling a little bit, and after he finishes, like, Mr. Trump, your response, and Trump's like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand a single thing he just said. I don't understand a single thing he just said. It was great because it was like, damn, yeah, you got him. I really didn't. He's like, I don't know what he said. I really don't know. No idea.
Man, this is gonna be an interesting fucking year.
Yeah, people are saying just like the Biden just drop out. Just it'll be fine. No one's gonna
No one's gonna hate
no
him
one's gonna
for
hate
it.
you. It'll be better for your legacy than doing this than pushing onwards like a crazy old man. No,
Just embarrassing
just
himself.
yeah, just know when you're beaten. Just stop and get someone younger in there. Because during that debate too, it was like Biden just like when it came back to his like rebuttals, he was like, "What everything Donald said is a lie. That's all lies." And it's like, well, back that
Why?
up. Explain, yeah, do these things. Call him out on his shit, and he just wasn't doing that. And also the hosts also weren't doing. They were just asking questions, and then even if no matter what the answer was, even if it didn't give an actual answer, they're like, okay, thank you, and on they didn't, but I guess that's not their job.
No, well, they're not trying to be funny.
No,
They're in the bit,
well,
you
not
know.
even funny, but just like pressing into like getting. Well, what do you mean by that? And then, no, that is the job of them two together because they're debating. But then Biden obviously didn't do that and couldn't do that effectively.
Well, then that's probably why they were just like they probably knew beforehand going into. You're like, all right, well, he'll say an answer. We'll see where it goes, and then we'll just keep going from there.
That's what all politicians do, unless they really have to, or they're super assured in themselves that they'll always just give roundabout non-answer answers. Where they'll say things like, well, "Before I answer that, I just want to say," and they'll go into something tangential and like act like they're gonna bring it back when like their time is up, and it's like they've said something or made some type of point, but it's like, wait, what was even the question? It's like nothing
Because they didn't relate it back
exactly.
to like,
Just nothing happens. It's great. It's fantastic.
what's the word for that? They're
The filibustering, but not
is that
really.
the no, but it's like not
Yeah.
misleading you. It's just they're
No,
trying to like dodge the
Yeah, they're dodging the
yeah.
question basically. Yeah. Terrible.
I don't know, man. I don't. I like I've said before. I'm too stupid to understand politics, and I don't know a
No,
lot of. I know basic things, but like when it comes to, I don't know. It's rough.
it's rough.
Just
It's a real knife fight out there in Washington.
I saw a video since we just passed 4th of July.
Yeah. Yesterday, by the time we're filming this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yesterday, and then apparently the fireworks were banned, not legal in South LA.
Oh yeah.
Right, they banned it, they couldn't do it, and I saw a video of what people thought about the ban. Fireworks
Yeah,
every
everywhere.
fucking
Oh
neighborhood.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
They
100%.
didn't give a shit.
100%.
Of
Yeah, no.
course. My brother, we lit a little bit yesterday. He had 4 of these little cylinder things left over from when he was in South Carolina. He brought some fireworks back.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's incredibly illegal, by the way. I think.
Oh yeah, well,
100%.
of course.
In
but-
Minecraft, we did this.
Well, of course. No, but I mean, like, when you drive a U-Haul
Yeah,
over,
fuck
yeah,
it.
what can you do? But so he had these 4 little things, and these fuckers, I forgot that when we did them last year, they're pretty loud because they don't do much. They just explode. It's a real loud bang.
They don't do much. They just blow up. They're not even really fireworks. They're just M80s. It's a quarter stick of dynamite. We're just blowing up in the middle of the street.
Well, not in the middle. It was in the backyard because
Oh,
we were
okay.
safe about it.
Yeah.
You know? And then because there wasn't no sparks for this one, so he just what he was just doing. He lit the fucking thing, and then he just threw it
toss
on
it in the
he just
sky.
threw it on the ground, and then we backed it, and it, oh my god, that shit was so loud. It was funny though because the first one scared the shit out of him.
I bet because you're in your backyard, the enclosed space, and you're just throwing grenades, just low impact grenades around.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. It was fun.
It was fun. That's what 4th of July is all about: making shit explode and barbecuing.
Yeah. Well, we didn't barbecue. We had curry, but either way, we still
All right, that's still so making an Indian 4th of July.
an Indian 4th of July. We just didn't have the garlic naan.
Oh, okay, that's
Plenty of rice. Plenty of rice.
much rice, more rice than you can even possibly imagine. So much rice to fill a patty, a rice field even.
You remember those videos when guys would like fix like a chip table with like ramen noodles and stuff?
Oh yeah. Just
then-
bust it in.
Yeah,
Just
put like the glue on it and
or
then
a
shave
wall.
it
I saw
down.
someone do it with a wall. There's a hole in the wall. They put ramen inside
Which,
of it.
I mean, if it works, cool. But then that gets me concerned. Like, we eat that, So like, you can use that for that shit too. Like,
I mean, yeah, you can. It's just like fucking dried noodles. Then you're obviously gonna get rats. They're gonna eat right through that shit. But they fucking they probably like epoxy it or something.
Yeah, put a picture frame in front of it. Oh, that's pretty good.
I once saw on Reddit or somewhere this girl, craft singles. It's like those
The
shitty,
cheese?
yeah, those shitty slices of American cheese that's not
Mhm.
even real cheese. She made those into a purse. So she got like a bunch of them, like stuck them together somehow and like fashioned them into a purse.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty. You
And
could
it
probably,
actually held up?
yeah, you could probably look it up. Yeah, look at craft singles purse.
Ooh,
And
let's see here.
you'll definitely find a little bit.
Craft singles purse.
Craft singles purse. It's quite disgusting. But,
But like when she picked it up, it actually would hold.
yeah, it holds. It's very flappy. It's very I'm sure it doesn't do too well in extensive hot weather. You got to keep that. You definitely got to keep that shit on ice. But yeah, craft singles purse.
It's okay. We can put it up here when
Damn,
you find
if I
it
find
later.
it, yeah, if I
Yeah,
find it,
if you
it would
find
be
it.
there. Terrible. But yeah, it's a
Did she roll up the singles for like the handle part of it?
yeah, I think so. Or they're like fold, yeah, like roll in like half. I think, yeah.
Was it?
Or it might have been because they're not too big. It could have been like flat as like one like kind of wide strap, maybe. I don't remember, but it was all craft singles.
I wouldn't rock that look. I even though I don't dress that good, but I know better not to walk around with a cheese purse.
The cheese purse, yeah, that's quite good. I imagine the smell. Well, I mean, it's craft single. It's highly processed cheese, so I don't
It
imagine.
wouldn't really smell.
No, yeah, definitely got to keep that shit out of the sunlight.
Well, here's the thing though. Maybe you take your craft purse, your craft single
Your
purse,
crafted craft purse.
your crafted craft purse with your craft singles,
Yeah,
and then every time you're about to eat, you're like, "Oh, let me go get some cheese," and like you just take a little bite
yeah,
from your
just take it
purse.
off. Yeah,
Yeah.
rip one off there. All right, it's like, oh man, they didn't put enough cheese on my burger. Say no more. Here you go. Oh, gross.
It's like at a restaurant, and it's like the table behind you. Sir, you need some cheese for that? Here,
Just ask people, hey, sir, I noticed you're eating a high quality steak there. You need need some cheese.
It's like you go to Olive Garden, and they ask you for the Parmesan. You got oh thanks, I brought my own.
Do you got any craft singles?
Oh my god, dude, I had Olive Garden. I don't know if I talked about it here, but for the first time,
Oh yeah,
like a few weeks ago. And obviously, I was going in there knowing because obviously it's Italian food. It's not the best Italian food, but that's what they
it's
serve
halfway
as
decent.
Italian
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
And I'll
It's
tell you,
pasta with sauces.
it's pasta with sauces. Yes, that's a pretty good, you know. And the breadsticks were great. I like
Oh yeah,
that.
of course.
That was good. And then I got eggplant parmesan. That's what I got. And it came with spaghetti with it as a side.
Nice, nice.
So the dish comes. It was a lunch special, which now I see why it's a lunch special because nobody fucking orders it. Because they gave you like two small pieces of fried eggplant, and
Yep.
then the fucking spaghetti that they give you is the sauce tastes good
Just regular
overall.
standard marinara, probably.
Regular standard stuff. But then the noodles, they're kind of weird on that spaghetti. They were like a little chewy.
Mm.
They were cooked
Just a little al dente. It was a little.
somewhere between al dente and like rubber, like just the texture between
Yeah,
it.
like rubber.
Yeah, it was just kind of weird. The
All right.
eggplant tasted good. I just wish they gave you more of it because they just
Yep.
gave
Well,
you
that's
two small
that's
wheels.
that's a lunch special, baby. You never ordered the lunch special because that's bullshit.
Yeah, now I know for next time. But
Yep.
it's fine because the leftover sauce I had, I grabbed the breadsticks. And that was it.
That's what you gotta do. Yep. Fuck God, I love dipping bread in sauce.
Well, it's a good combo.
Yep.
Soups,
Yep.
pastas.
Yep. Just soak up that bread. Just soak it. Soak
When I
it
do
full
the
of
hot dog
nutrients.
contest and I soak my bread in the water.
Oh yeah, I'm soaking in milk so it slides down even easier.
Ooh,
Yeah.
milk.
Yeah.
Well, you think I'll be allowed to like toast my bread before the competition starts?
Can I get my hot dogs toasted, please? No, you got to bring a little like
Little
skillet,
toast.
little hot plate. You plug it in, yeah, and then they bring the giant plate. You put one hot dog to the side. You just got to eat one raw, and then when it's done, you just keep switching them back and forth.
Now
It's going to cut into your time a bit, but it'll be worth it.
Now let's think about this sincerely and honestly.
Yeah,
If we
yeah.
were to enter a hot dog eating competition, we know we're not going to win.
No,
But how much hot dogs, regardless of the time, how long it takes, if it's the 30, whatever, how many hot dogs do you think you could eat in one sitting? If you knew you were going to do this competition a day before, would you prepare for it? And how
Yeah.
many hot dogs would you think you could be able to eat?
yeah, probably just wouldn't eat the day before. Do work out a lot of water. Just don't eat anything at all. Maybe something real light in the morning before,
Like rice
yeah,
or
I'm
like
trying
some
to
light
take this
stuff.
out for now. I just noticed it.
Oh, yeah, you're still
Yeah.
tucked in.
Yeah, yeah, but it's not even like rice. Maybe like just some fruit early in the morning before. Just a little bit of fruit. Maybe maybe 2 days before I'll do some laxative to really flush my system. The
Ooh.
day before, some fruit in the morning. I'll probably shit that out next morning because fruit, goes through you, and that'll be all
Yeah.
I eat. By the next one, I'm gonna be fucking starving. I'm gonna be working out and shit. It'll be fine. I'll go in. I could probably eat at that point. Definitely.
Realistically.
All right, 4 easy. Easily eat 4. Well, actually, we're probably talking all beef franks though.
Yeah,
Probably,
well,
yeah.
it's just the sausage and the hot dog. I mean, they
Exactly,
might
yeah.
probably give you ketchup if you ask for it,
Yeah, but
but
nah, that
no
cuts into your
toppings,
time.
no
Yeah,
nothing. Yeah.
yeah. So probably all beef. I prefer. I'm one of those shitty Americans. I prefer
The pork.
the chicken, pork, turkey ones. I'm not the all beef franks are all right, but I prefer the mix. You
I
know.
like all kinds of
Yeah.
weenies. I'm not what is it? I was gonna say I'm not racist towards
Yeah.
the
I'm
no,
not weenie phobic.
I'm not weenie phobic. I'll
Yeah.
take all of them.
I just like the snap on the pork chicken mixed ones. Yeah, yeah. It's a nice little snap. It's not as rubbery, not as
Yeah. Well,
easier to eat,
yeah, it has good casing on it. Nice bite.
and I like the flavor more, honestly.
Yeah, I just remember I had some before that were a little too salty, but I don't
Yeah,
remember if they're kind of saltier. Those I don't. But I think most hot dogs are pretty salty. I know Hebrew National; those are pretty fucking
no,
salty.
the kosher salt, yeah, all up in them. All right, back to- how many hot dogs could I eat? I was thinking of the pork ones first. Now I got to think in terms of all beef franks. Definitely 3. I got to put away 3. That 4th one, I'd be like, all right, we're getting close. We're getting full now. I'd probably honestly 6 or 7 before just being like, yeah, I have to stop. I don't know if I'd be feeling shitty by then, but at that point, I'd probably know mentally like I can't and probably shouldn't do more. It's probably maybe 6 or 7. All
Yeah,
beef franks.
that's pretty reasonable because you have to eat the bread too. So
Exactly. It's a lot of bread.
all right. I think I could maybe do 8 or 9.
Yeah.
After that, it'd be a rough one after
Pretty
that.
much. Yep.
Because they give you like because they don't refill you after the first one. They have just a big plate of them, right?
I think so. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Unless I don't know. Unless it's like an endurance contest, they just keep making them. Yeah, I think they probably just give you like a full plate of 30 or some shit. Yeah, and it's probably like speed. Yeah, who can eat like I don't know. But yeah, there's probably just like a giant. There's definitely a giant. They'll probably give you at least 15 at once.
At least.
Yeah.
Just to start.
Yes, just to start.
If you're real hungry.
Yeah, those are probably rookie numbers, like 67 and 8 to 9. But
Well, of course, we're not professionals.
that's
here.
that's a lot of hot dogs.
I
Just
know
think
that.
about it, 9 hot dogs. Imagine just 9 hot dogs in front of you and being like, "Oh fuck, you eat all those? Oh shit."
All right, well, I guess I'm gonna eat all
Yeah.
these. Well, how much else I can do?
No. Do you think you do better in a pie eating contest?
Ooh,
Because you can't use your hands. It's just all
depends
face.
on the size of the pie.
Yeah,
Because if it's like a big fat pie, that'll be hard. But if they're like small pies,
I
it
think
could
it's
be
like
a lot easier.
standard pie size. Like you get a Marie calendars or whatever. I think it's like probably like that size.
But
Maybe
no
a little
tin,
bigger.
right?
No, yeah, there's a 10, definitely a 10. Yeah.
Oh, okay, man. Oh,
You
you
gotta bury
can't use your
face in it.
hands.
No, that'd tighten up.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
fuck.
that'd be way too easy.
Yeah, I guess you
think
can just
about
scoop it
yeah,
up,
just,
yeah.
yeah, just make it a little bit tougher. No hands in a pie eating contest.
Fuck, that'd be so messy. I would get
Yep.
shit everywhere. I mean, I could probably finish maybe a pie and a half, 2, but after that, I just feel like, too much sugar. I'd feel too fat, especially if I did it after the hot dog contest. That wouldn't be great.
Going right from the hot dog contest into the pie eating. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an unprecedented event here. Caesar coming in 3rd place in the hot dog eating contest. Immediately going to the next table for the pie eating contest. He doesn't look good, folks. Does not look good.
Throw up all over the pie.
First,
all right,
and begin. God, your head just sinks into the pie. Oh, he's going at it, folks. Up, look, nope, he's passed out. Up, yep. The paramedics are going up. Yep, and he's dead. All right, cart him away, and we're off to the races.
and he's gone.
And well, he had a heart attack and died. Well, everyone, we'd like to thank you for coming to the national. We'd like to thank you for coming to the Hebrew National Hot Dog Eating Contest.
I could definitely eat like 12 Hebrew National.
Oh, God.
Those are skinny.
Oh,
Those
are
real
they?
skinny.
Okay, yeah,
They're
yeah.
real
The
skinny.
the pork, chicken, turkey, whatever mixed ones too. Those ones are smaller. That's why. Yeah, the beef ones too. They're like at least twice the size of another type. Dude, but a fucking sausage though, like a fucking not a hot dog, yeah, bratwurst or some shit. Oh
Ooh,
fuck,
those
maybe
are-
like 5 because those are pretty big.
Those are
but
thick.
thick. But I love a good brat.
Oh, but I love the snap on a brat. That's
Yep,
my
yep.
favorite
I love,
fucking
I
thing.
love a nice spice German or Italian sausage. Ooh.
Mm. I love that fucking that guy. He's dead now, right?
Probably, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
he was so fast. Probably been dead for a while.
Have you ever had a chicken apple sausage?
Chicken apple sausage.
Yeah, I think that's what I had one
Chicken
time.
apple sauce. No, but I had a Hawaiian hot dog one time.
Ooh.
It was pork sausage and it was mixed with pineapple in it.
All right.
Yeah. You know what? You think it would be bad, but it actually wasn't.
How big were the chunks of pineapple? I
It
d-
wasn't really like they were like
No, it was
small
like
chunks,
small.
but it was
Yeah.
more like I think blended up the
Yeah.
pineapple.
Like you get some jalapeno cheddar ones sometimes, just like small like pieces, like you get diced jalapenos.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing. I love like stuffed hot dogs, but like if you get any hot dog with like cheese stuffing inside of it, you gotta wait for that thing to cool down a little because if you bite into it, that
Oh yeah.
cheese will burn the shit out of
Yeah, 'cause
you.
it's like molten liquid cheese in there.
Ooh, it's
Because
so
because
good
it's
though.
mixed with the meat juices too, and you know those bitches get
Ah,
hot as fuck.
god damn.
Yeah, I got a couple of fucking jalapeno cheddar sausages in the fridge. Oof, delicious.
Oof. When did you have that apple dog though?
While like months and months ago. So
No, a
yeah,
while
probably
ago.
yeah. I just remember 'cause it was an interesting flavor. It was slightly sweet, but it was still pretty. 'Cause there was like spice too, and there was seasoning, so it was an interesting flavor.
Ooh,
Yeah.
not spiked. How about some spiked hot dogs?
Ooh, yeah, some meth in there. Mix it right in the casing, get it in there. Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Well, I like to grab mine and roll it in Coke.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
dust it up and then I deep fry it.
Yeah, it's like deep fried in cocaine. Yeah, I wonder how well. Well, probably not well. Probably
No,
just
probably
dissolve.
not. It would probably stink. It probably wouldn't.
Yeah, I probably
Some
wouldn't.
weird reaction would happen.
Yeah, not sure how well. Yeah, apparently, Coke smells like gasoline.
Coke?
Or yeah, I don't know, or some. Yeah, I think I heard that from Louis J Gomez on Skanks or something. He was talking about it. He's like, I don't know, or someone said it
I
smells like gasoline or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I had a Coke a few weeks ago.
All right,
I
was it a
don't.
Coke Zero?
It was regular.
Oh, that's why then.
Oh.
Yeah,
So Coke Zero smells like gasoline.
yeah,
Well, of course. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that non-sugar that
yeah.
they have
What
in
else are
the.
they gonna put in? Gasoline.
I mean, you got to get that energy somehow.
Yeah, yep, definitely. Caffeine, out of here. Glucose, fuck off. Gasoline, that's pure. It's what cars run off of. Why wouldn't it be good for people? If I can put $40 worth of gas in my car and make it go for 267 miles, why can't I have a sip?
If anything, a sip would add more miles to you.
Yeah,
That way you could keep going.
yeah, it gets me going. That's why I like to mix it with a little bit of antifreeze. Give it a little bit of sweet taste, like a cocktail.
And then you fill up your tires, right? You put the air nozzle in your ass, and then you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fill
Just
it
go.
up.
Yep. Then I get a little bit of come back to me like an air enema, and then that fills me up. Then I can get an even bigger fart to fill it back up. So no, it's like a perpetual motion machine. I'm getting a little bit of energy to give it back way more.
Speaking of passing gas, you ever see those videos of people like chugging a soda or something, and then like they're just like, oh, I don't feel good, and they have like the biggest burp afterwards?
Yeah.
There was one that I saw one time that was really funny. You've probably seen it too. This is a classic one, but it was this blonde guy. He was outside and his garage door was like halfway open. He's like, I'm gonna chug this grape sparkling water
Oh,
and do something
gross.
afterwards. I know that's the worst part of the video. But then he like drank it and he almost finished it, drank more than half of it, and he was like, because he felt like shit. And then he lets out a big burp. But since he was like in this weird mindfuck phase, he turned around to walk back inside, but he forgot that the garage door was halfway open. He just slams his head into it because he's like, burps and it hits his fucking head.
I think I have seen that. It sounds somewhat familiar.
It's so funny. I love those videos. Just people hurting themselves in general is funny. I saw a kid do a skateboard trick. Like it was like two ramps put up together. So like the point was here and the ramps
Oh,
were
you're like,
there.
whoop.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
got to the point and he was gonna do a trick. Like he had his skateboard at an angle, and
Yeah.
then he was gonna jump and then land on it. But then as he landed, the skateboard snaps in half perfectly, and
Ah,
his
shit.
nuts hit just
Ooh.
where the ramps met.
Yeah.
And they were
Damn.
concrete too. Those
Oh,
ramps,
fuck.
they weren't wood ones.
Ooh.
They was just yeah.
Ugh, awful. Not great.
Dude, I've seen some kid videos too of kids like riding rails and they fall off and then they land on their arm. That shit just
Ah!
snaps inward.
Yep. Terrible.
Just have that shit like a lasso afterward.
Like those videos of people in like Africa or whatever where they just don't have proper medical fucking care and they don't have medical coverage. Just people with like missing bones in their arms, like jelly, so they can just like whip it around like a full circle and shit.
Oh,
Yeah, it's terrible. It's quite awful. Not the greatest.
well, be glad we don't live in Africa.
Yep. Glad we don't live in LA with those street takeovers. You know, like they have those cars, they're just like doing like wheelies in like the middle of the four-way intersection, you know?
What?
Yeah, so that happens in like places like I think mostly in LA. It's like car shows or car people. They're like late at night.
Oh,
Yeah, that's like they'll meet up at like a four-way intersection, and it's like in the middle is all empty, and it's just the cars are just like donuts, like spin, like drift in the middle of it, and they're just like showing off, and it's like fucking low riders, so whenever they can like drift and shit. And then yesterday or I think today, I saw two videos of people trying to stop them. Like they go into the middle, like, "Hey, stop this!" And then of course they just get hit right by the car. They just go flying off.
what in their right mind thinks I'm gonna get in the middle of that? That'll make them stop.
Because they think, oh well, if they're not going to hit a person.
They don't
They
give
don't
a fuck. You're there. They're
Or
just
they might not just not see you because they're like, yeah, because they might be looking this way and then you're moving that way.
oh my
Yep.
god.
And then they get up and fine, but that's probably just the adrenaline. And afterwards, they probably have like a bruised like bone or some shit, you know.
Yeah, for
But
like broken rib or oh my god. I love the videos of like the backyard like redneck hobo like NASCAR races. You ever see those? Like
redneck hobo backyard NASCAR races.
yeah, you ever see it? It's like a track that they build and they
Oh yeah,
got
it's like just like a dirt track.
yeah, and
And
then they got
yeah,
cars going over that shit, but it's so dangerous because like when they do drifts and stuff, they if sometimes they lose control because the ground might
yeah,
be
it's like
wet or
loose
something,
sand or gravel
and
or
then
some
they
shit.
just go and they run and then they flip over into the crowd of people. These cars
Yeah.
because there's no barricade, they're just right there.
Nope,
Like,
they're just sitting there.
yeah, ooh," like they're on a hill or something. Like yeah, and then this car just flips and hits some people. I'm like, oh my god.
Yep, quite awful. That's why you don't want to be a redneck. You,
Or
if you get paralyzed by a flying car flipping over you at a backyard NASCAR hobo redneck race, you might be a redneck.
it just might be. But if you really think about it, a lot of cultures have stuff like that's like dangerous, but they find fun because it's just tradition. Like in Spain, when they do the running with the bowls, like
Yep,
it's just a crowd of people running from like 7 bowls,
yep,
1 bowl even. You know how fucking terrifying that is? That
yeah, pretty
motherfucker with
terrifying.
those fucking horns just going after
Better
you.
run quick.
Fuck no, dude! I'm gonna get my thigh penetrated by a fucking horn.
Yeah, did you see that lady in Spain getting attacked by a bull?
No.
She was like on a beach, and there's like a wild bull roaming around. Because I guess it happens in Spain. Maybe it escaped or something from somewhere. But then it's just like going through her bags, like oh, like chips. Let me eat some chips in here. And then she comes over. He's like, no, give me these bags. And bull's like, oh, what's happening? She's like, no. And it's a bull. So it's like trying to get into it. And then being a dumb white woman, she continues to try to take these bags. While there's a giant clearing of space around between this bull and other people because these other people are smart and they're like, get away, like move, get away. There's people literally screaming, move.
Nick,
And
those chips are more important, damn it.
they were, and you know what? That bull thought so too. Then I read like flips her. It's like, wait, told you, you fucking idiot. People are like, oh man, she's gonna die. You can just hear it in this one guy's voice. He's like, he's like, we fucking told you. But there's like he's speaking in a tone that's like, oh, she's gonna die, or he's like, I know she's gonna get real hurt and this is gonna be bad. You can just hear it from her tone. She turns out fine, I think, but it's very funny. It's like, you dumb bitch. It's like, it's not important, but still, it was.
Dude, I spent $3.97 for those fucking chips. You think I'm gonna get them? I'm gonna get my fucking Lay's potato chips.
This airport, this Spanish airport, fuck me on their chip prices. I'm gonna get my money's worth. God damn it! It cost me 15% of my whole travel fund to just transfer to exchange my currency.
This
These
goes
pieces of shit.
this goes back to the theme in the very beginning. People are crazy and they have
Yep.
no idea why they think the things that they do.
Yep.
It's
People are pretty dumb.
people are pretty especially when it comes to stuff like you can do that's safe because it's regulated like skydiving, bungee jumping. But fuck man. I don't know. I saw another. We're just talking about a lot of videos today, but it's great. I saw a video of a guy, because how like some people like to do the squirrel suit and like dive
Oh yeah,
down
like the
mountains and stuff.
wingsuit. Yeah.
But this guy didn't have one. He just had a parachute. And I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Like, he should have ran faster or tried to push harder when he jumped off the cliff. Because this guy was just running very brisk. Like, here's the edge of the cliff, right? And this is him right here. He's like, all right, I'm going. Runs and then jumps a little bit. And then he's just going. He's like, whoo, falling straight down. Like, all right, time to open the parachute. Opens the parachute. The wind brings him up a little too high. And he slams into the fucking mountain because
Yep.
he's just close to it. And then he's just like, oh, fuck. He hits his legs. Like, fuck. And then, like, a tree branch growing out of the bush, like, catches the parachute. And then he's just dangling there. He's like, well, this isn't good. I'm like, well, what the fuck did you think?
This isn't good.
You're so close to that ledge. You didn't like jump harder. Like, maybe if he had jumped harder to get farther, it would have been. But this motherfucker was only like 2 feet away from the ledge. Like, time to run. Just. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Did his Lego double jump thinking that would be enough to take him over the distance?
Oh, he went the distance, all right.
Yep. And then he didn't.
Then he didn't.
It's like that guy in a different video. Oh, I was hang gliding, and then the instructor forgot to hook him on. So this dude, the instructor he's on, and this other guy, he's like, okay, let's go. And then as soon as they jump off, he realized, oh, I'm not strapped in. So he's got the one hand on the bar and the other hand on the guy's like pant leg. So let's go. He's gonna fall 300 feet and die. So then, even though they were only going for like 2.5 minutes, it was still he was on there, and then he like shredded his bicep because of how hard he was just holding on for dear life. And then when they got close enough to the ground, he let go because he was gonna be safe, and he landed on his arm wrong and like broke his like wrist or something from the fall.
Well, then that business is ruined forever then.
Yep, the instructor was probably like, "Oh my god," because he probably got suspended or maybe he lost his license.
Suspended,
Something happened.
fired,
Something
has to
happened.
pay for that guy's bills, like, oh
Probably,
my god.
most likely, or at least paid a little bit of it.
Dude, life is a weird thing.
Yep.
Holy shit.
And like Oliver Tree says, it goes on and on and on and on.
It goes on and on and on and on and on, and more dumb people are born every day.
Yep. There's a sucker born every minute, and you're one of them.
Good. I'm glad, because that way we can all be suckers together.
We can all be suckers together in this sucker-filled world of suckers. What's your favorite type of sucker?
Oh, I like ooh.
You like dum dums. You
I like the
you
I like
uh,
that brand that has like the big lollies. You know what I'm talking about?
oh,
They're
like
like wrapped
the
up
Tootsie
in
Pops.
no,
The
no,
Tootsie
not like
or-
Tootsie Pops. It's a different. I don't remember the brand, but it's like they're like really thick white sticks with a really big candy on top, and they're wrapped up in plastic individually each one. And you can buy them at stores because they're usually at the checkout, and they're like just like on a thing, and they're sticking out like this is this flavor, but each one's individually
Yeah,
wrapped.
yeah.
You know,
As most lollipops usually are. They're
right?
not all raw together and bang, just sticking together.
No, well, I hope not. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that would make my point come across clearer, but I don't. God, I don't remember the name of it. I think it's just like lollipop or candy pops or something. But
Maybe candy. That sounds familiar.
candy pops,
Yeah, that sounds
some
a little
shit
familiar.
like that.
But
I don't
I
know.
love a dum dum. Even though they're real tiny, they're good. Great flavor, just great all around.
I like Dum Dums too, but I can't just have one because they're too small.
Yeah, definitely gotta have at least 2, 3 max,
4
possibly.
on a good day.
If you've ever eaten a bag of fruit snacks that was sitting in a hot car for a while and then congealed into one giant fruit snack.
And then you just bite it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Have you ever done that before? But you've taken it just out of the hot car and you open it, you're like, oh, this is a soupy mess. So you go, then you eat the weird soupy gelatinous
Oh, no,
hot gummy mix.
No, I've never done that.
I've done that.
That's a little.
It's not
That's
too
a little
bad.
too much for me.
I wanted it. I was like, damn, I wonder how this will be. And then it was all right. It was very stringy, very did not hold together well.
I bet it tasted good though.
It was gummy, so it was good.
It was gummy, so it was good.
Happy
What
about
I would do in that situation is get the bag and like put it all at the bottom of it, roll it
yeah.
up, and I'll freeze it.
Ooh,
That
I
way I
did.
could take it out and have like a little log.
I did freeze like 2 of them. So 2 of them were like one of them actually it was melted a bit, but all the pieces were still individual. So I was so even when it was cooled down, I was still able to pull them apart individually. But the other one was
Oh,
all mashed together. That was just like a big gummy patty. I just no.
nice gummy patty.
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah, pretty patty.
Ooh, I always wanted to try one.
They look good.
I wonder, did they have different flavors?
I think so. Well, because each one was a different color. I don't know if it was like a Fruit Loop situation with different colors, but
don't
they
remember.
taste the same.
I
But
don't remember, but they look delicious. I wanted to try the rainbow patty.
the purple one is all for me.
That purple and the green one. The purple and the green one looked pretty delicious. Just because they were most different, you know.
Yeah. Well, the other colors look good too. It's just
They're all right.
Purple, purple.
I love being purple. You seen any good movies recently?
Have I seen any good movies recently? I told you this the other day, but I did see a movie on a Sunday. It
Oh,
was a 1990 film about 1975. It was Jacob's Ladder.
oh yeah. You said 1990s. And you said 1975.
Yeah, it was a 1990 film about 1975.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
see.
that's a better wording
there
for
we
it.
go, yeah.
It was pretty good. I
It's a great
I
film.
don't remember the main actor's name. It's Tim something, Tom or Tim something. Tim B. I know that. TB, but and then
I got TB. I got it, sister.
I read the I was looking at for movies to watch because on YouTube Premium they have free movies there. So
Oh
I was
yeah.
just scrolling down and I saw this one. Oh, this
Oh
looks
damn, that's free
interesting.
on there. Sick.
So I looked it up and I saw a synopsis of it. War veteran has a hard time dealing with things, and then he just falls further into insanity. I'm
Yep,
just
yep,
like,
yep.
oh, this sounds interesting.
And it was.
It definitely was, because the first scene, all you see was just the fields of Vietnam, just a bunch of guys hanging out, and then
Yep. Immediately goes to shit.
immediately murder, mayhem everywhere, and then he gets stabbed, and then it all just falls apart there. It's very slowly and steady.
It's fucking great. It's a great movie.
I thought it was a really great film. I didn't understand the point of it until the very end. I don't want to say it just in case.
Exactly.
But it was a beautiful way to end it, and it made you feel a certain way, which was nice.
Yep. And not necessarily a good way. Did it make you feel?
I
But
thought I thought yeah, well, obviously yes, because the idea of it of like death and stuff is there,
yeah,
but like just it was comforting. It was a comforting ending to
yeah,
it.
sort of. Yeah, 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 I see that. Yeah,
Because that it was happy and it was in a moment of time where he was comfortable with with someone there. I don't
exactly.
want to say I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah,
I don't want to spoil it. It was just comforting because now he was like he was happy where he was and accepting a lot of things and able to just move forward.
exactly. I like movies that make you feel shitty. like 90% of that movie just makes you feel real shitty for a lot of it. At least I did.
I didn't because, like I said, I was confused a little bit about what was going on until I
Yeah.
got the point of
'Cause
it.
it's a lot of back and forth, like, "What the fuck? Wait a minute." Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not quite sure, but, yeah. I watched a movie called Mobius. Not Morbius, Mobius.
Yes, not the Jared Leto.
No, and it's Korean, thriller psychological type thing, and, it's a great movie. I was watching it for a while, and it wasn't about 7 minutes in that I realized, "Huh, I haven't heard a single no one said anything yet. There hasn't been any dialogue." And then I realized, "Oh, there's no dialogue at all in this movie." Which is
Oh,
great. It was all told without any dialogue, and it was done perfectly. It didn't need dialogue because it was told perfectly.
there were no like signs or anything
What
about.
was it was Korean, obviously, and there were some things where the dad was like looking up shit on the internet, and it was in English, so you could read shit, and then there was like inferences, So yeah, there were definitely points where you could read shit, and people did like talk, but it was either in a separate room, or they were whispering, or they're like groaning, or. But whenever there is like dialogue, words spoken, it is in a different room. You don't hear it, but it was a fucking great film, and it's Korean, so you already know it's crazy and great.
Right.
And the thing about Korean movies and then Korean actors is that they're just leagues better than American movies and actors because those Koreans, both the directors, filmmakers, everyone involved, they're willing to do things that American filmmakers are not.
How so?
Whoop, Caesar. This movie, Mobius, um, it's about this woman. It's about this family, Korea. The wife is just day drinking her wine very early in the morning. This wife and husband is getting a phone call, and she knows he's cheating on her. So they rest for the phone a bit, and they're like struggling. The son's in there. And he's like, oh fuck. And then cut forward. The dad goes cheats on his wife with this lady, and then the son sees it, the wife sees it, and she's like, yeah, I fucking knew it. And then you go home later in the night. The husband's sleeping, and the mom walks in, and she's like, he's sleeping. And she goes in the son's room. And he's jacking off in his bed, and I guess the assumption there is that he's jacking off to the idea of his dad cheating because it's like the scene after. It's like he catches his dad in his truck cheating on his wife, fucking that lady, and then like the scene after, he's like jerking it. Not
Oh,
immediately, but
but because he's all
yeah.
right.
So it's assumed that either he's jerking to that thought, or just that awakens something in him, the idea of his sexuality. And she's his mom, so she's like, oh fucking, this is she can't handle, like, she's got she's
Well, of course you can't handle it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So she goes to a little Buddha statue and takes it off. And there's a little hidden knife under there, and she goes to her husband, and she's about to stab him or some shit. Then she goes, wait, does she fight him first? I don't know. But either way, then she goes and she cuts off her son's dick, and
Her son's dick.
yep, she cuts it right off, just right off, cuts the dick off, and then he's screaming and shit, and the dad comes in, it's like, what the fuck? And they start fighting over the dick, and she swallows it, just swallows it. You're not getting that dick back. Gulp.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah, so that's your son to the hospital, and the mom just sort of just walks off into the night, and she's gone for a lot of the movie. She's gone for a lot of it. It's nighttime. There's this guy. He comes and puts a light on like this store that sells like Buddha statues. He's like praying to this one statue in there, and she sees him, and he has a light, and he shines on a specific one, and she's praying. He's praying to it, and she sees it, and then he leaves, and she starts following him, and that's the last we see of her for like the next like 60% of the movie. And then it's just about the dad and the son, and it's like he's gonna learn to walk again. And he's like he's taking a piss, and he's at school, and he's in the urinal, and he's like dribbling over his shoes. This one kid's like, huh. So then after school, he gets like beat up, and these guys are like, oh, let me see your dick, which is kind of weird. Like, right? Like,
Yeah. Like, why
school
do you want?
boys, yeah, they're just like really just getting his dick, and then the dad sees him, he beats him up. And the dad's looking up boys like, oh, penis transplant. For a lot of scenes in this movie are him looking up like, huh, surgeries. A lot of them are like, no, failed, didn't work. But as the movie goes on, it's like he sees more articles. It's like, oh, it did. So I guess it's time passing and the penis transplant technology proceeding, because eventually he is able to transplant his dick onto his son. So yeah, no, he gave his dick to his son because so his son could have a dick. And then, but so there was also a part where the son gets involved in like a gang, and the gang rapes this like convenience store lady, and they're like, oh, if you want to be with us, you got to go in there and rape her too. So he just kind of, he has no dick, so he's just kind of grinding against her, just really uncomfortable. And then he gets arrested along with the rest of them. And then while he's in prison serving his like fucking few month or like 6 month sentence or something, he's not in there for a long time. But maybe because
Well, he just rubbed up against her.
exactly. He told the cops, my son can't have raped her. He has no dick. And the cops see that he has no dick. And then he's like, fuck you, dad. Fuck you guys. And they're like, oh, so that's probably why he got his sentence reduced, because he has no dick. But then while the dad, while
Wow,
the son, while the son's in prison, the dad's like, this sucks, my son, but he's never gonna be able to come. Maybe orgasm without penis. He looks it up and he finds this like weird like pain thing where it's like, well, because some people are like masochistic into pain.
Yeah.
And he finds this article that's like, oh, if you take a stone and you just like rub it against your skin, just like repeatedly, and because eventually it'll just feel like a rock, but eventually you'll like start rubbing in your skin like raw, and like, if repeatedly it'll start, tearing into the skin. It's like, yeah, as you do that, you'll get more pain, and the pain will bring you close to orgasm. He's like, oh, maybe I gotta try it for my son. So he does it the first time. He's like, oh, this sucks. But the second time he does it,
And that's when he comes.
he's like, oh, and he like falls back. He reaches in his pants. He pulls out. It's like all wet, and then he's like, and then the pain hits him. So he's like, oh, this actually works. So next time he sees his son, he has a little folded up a website printout, and the son takes it in the room, and it's a printout of like, oh, this is how you jack off with a rock. And there's like pictures of like dudes like, oh, it's so weird. And the son's like, fuck
What
this.
the
But then he's like,
fuck?
maybe I should try it. So then he gets a little piece of like cracked wall from the cell, and he does it on his hand, and then eventually, I guess he's into it. And then, yeah, a lot of shit. Then he gets stabbed by the convenience store lady, and then they start having like a thing together. And he's like, "Oh, I love pain," and she's like moving the knife around in his shoulder, and he comes from that. And then one of the other rapists from the gang, he comes, and they do the same thing to him because they try to cut off his dick. Because before the dad transplants his dick onto the son, they get the gang leader rapist, and they cut off his dick, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta go get the transplant." But then he trips and falls, and a bunch of cars run over, and he's like, "No, my dick, no!" And then he goes back to attack lady, and they stab him, and they help him realize that he can come with a knife in his shoulder. And then later on, he comes back to her, and then she does it again. And it's a great movie, and it ends with them all killing themselves. Because the mom does come back at the end, and then for some reason the dad's trying to reconcile with her, or for some reason then she learns that the son has a dick, and it's the husband's dick, and then she's attracted to the son now because the son has a dad's dick, and the dad can't handle it, so he gets a gun at the end, and then he kills her, kills himself, and the son comes out, and then he shoots off his dick. He shoots off his dad's dick that is now his dick.
Oh my god, that's a whole lot of plot focused around just dick.
Without any dialogue, not a word spoken.
No dialogue, just wow.
Yeah. A great movie, by the way. Great.
Dog.
It's a great movie. It's great. It's hilarious because of the situations and things that happen, but it's also very well shot, well made, very dramatic, very
No, my dick.
it's a great movie. It's great.
What was it called?
No dick. No, it's called Mobius.
No dick.
Like, no, like a Mobius strip. I think that's how it's like. A Mobius strip is like a shape in geometry that's like, it's like a rubber band, but like thicker, and it's like twisted, so it has no front side. Like those paintings where you can't tell if the stairs are going up or down.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, where the bottom wraps around and then it becomes the top, then it wraps around again, becomes the bottom. It's like one of those kind of like weird infinite type of shapes. That's a Mobius strip. Yeah, and the movie's called Mobius. M-O-E.
Oh, then that makes sense. Yeah, never ending, right?
Or just like continuing
Infinite?
on to itself, like the dad's dick to the son. I don't know. I
don't know.
I tried to figure it out yesterday, and I just stopped thinking about it because I assumed I wasn't going to reach a satisfying enough conclusion.
You think maybe there's somebody has an answer for that online?
The film, probably someone definitely does.
Mhm.
And I watched another movie called Depraved about people getting stuck in the underground of Berlin, getting attacked and followed by some crazy Nazi guy. Yeah,
So this
definitely
is
not as good, but
no, wow.
no.
Because we've heard all the stories before.
Yeah, it
about Nazis.
was predictable. Nothing real interesting about it. Hey, you know what? There was something interesting about this movie, Caesar. Don't you love it when movies just know how stupid you are?
all the time.
Yeah, this movie knows you're dumb, and it tells you things like you're dumb because it knows you are. See, this movie's in Berlin, Germany. They're investigating urban exploring, like this underground bunkers. Like, oh, Nazis used to come here. So you see a giant mural at some point, and it's some Nazi soldiers with like shield arms, and they're like bullets are coming down, and it's like farmers, like families and shit. And you're stupid, and I'm stupid, so we obviously don't know what that imagery means.
Of course.
and neither does the people in it. So one of the main characters, he goes, "Huh, the Nazis didn't use shields. Why did they have shields?" And then, and then the guy,
I don't know what.
the tour guide, he's like, "No, but it's metaphorical." And then, since we're fucking absolutely moronic idiots, stupid Neanderthals watching this movie, that guy again goes, "What's it a meta? What does it mean? What's the metaphor?" And the guy has to explain, because we're fucking idiots. It's like, oh, they're shielding these families because they're saying Nazis are cool. And it's like, oh, they're shielding, agriculture and whatever.
And that's the reason behind it, because they're just being cool, just shielding off the
Well, no,
agriculture.
because it's the point is, like, we're going to some Nazi bunkers. Like, she's like, oh, this is neo Nazis. It's like this crazy. Well, it is kind of fucked up, because like neo Nazis, they have this ideology that these Nazis are like protectorates of their race and their people, but it's like a fucked up ideology. So that part's good and well done. But it's just the dialogue and just like treating you like an idiot, like having to explain it. It's like that doesn't. It's such a blatant. It's blatant imagery. You do not need to explain that, because it's literally hovering giant Nazis with shields over families and farmers and shit. You instantly know what that means. Like, you didn't need the person asking the dumb questions. That's what I meant by the movie treating you like you're fucking retarded. It's like, you
Oh,
obviously,
I see.
yeah, because it's like, duh. It's like, the Nazis didn't use shields. It's like, well, no fucking, it's imagery, you absolute moron.
Yeah, yeah. No, I understand the point of it now, because even when he's mentioned the part about the shield, I'm like, yeah, I see what it's going for, because the shield defends and
Exactly, and
Yeah.
protecting, yes, obviously, because you're not fucking 2 years old. You're not. You're
Well, you
no,
don't know that.
mentally and physically in some areas, yes, but
Yeah.
for overall, yeah, that was the one thing that stuck with me most of this movie, is that, wow, it treats you like you're a fucking idiot.
Maybe some people didn't know.
Maybe some people, it's like, huh, these not Nazi, not who are them? Berlin, where is that? Yeah,
Berlin, where is that?
yeah,
Or-
that scene stuck out with me just because how dumb it is.
No, well, I mean, it's a good thing that you got something out from that movie then.
Yep. Not much else.
Not much else,
There was
but
one of the actors in it, I think, was one of the main characters in. I'm pretty sure he was in Hellraiser 9,
oh my god, 9.
9 or 10. It was one of the shitty ones. Yeah, he was one of the main actors in that. As soon
One
as
of
I
the
saw him,
shit.
I was like, "Oh, you're that shit." So as soon as I saw him, I knew it was going to be a piece of shit movie.
Oh no.
Nothing on him. He was fine.
No, everything on him.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you said
true.
once you saw him,
Yeah,
I
because I was
knew.
like, well, you're not an A-list actor. This is gonna be a bad movie. But he does speak German. I don't know, he spoke to a German guy. Like, he seems like, I don't know if he's fluent, or at least he had a really good practice during the filming, because he spoke it pretty well.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Accents and everything?
Um, I mean, yeah, just the inflection. Because just the inflection of it sounded, like he knew.
Sounded German.
Yeah, it sounded pretty German. Yeah, that was one good thing on it. Yeah.
That was one good thing about it. His German was pretty good.
Also, there's like two characters who, at some point, because it's like five of them. One person, like the guide, he gets falls and he's like very hurt. Two of them, it's like, oh, we're gonna try to go get help. Never hear or see from them again. No idea what happens to them.
He probably died.
Absolutely no clue. Yeah, they say that. It's like, who knows if they even got out? Who does know? Because you don't tell us, movie. They walk out of the movie after that scene. They get to a point where it's like, was it this way or this way? Because they're like far in. It's like, how do we get back? We have the guy, and it's like, I remember it this way. And I guess they didn't make it back. I guess they died. I don't. Who knows? Guess they died.
I guess.
Or maybe they got out. Who knows?
They're in Florida, just
Yep,
hanging out.
They're lesbians now, because it's terrible, just god awful, no reason, anything.
Yeah, I hate lesbians.
It's in the beginning. It's like it's a French chick and an Asian chick, and no one knows each other. They're just meeting them in Berlin to do this underground tour, and
Right.
and then the Asian girl's like, "Oh, my boyfriend," or whatever, and and the French goes like, "I want you to show him you're cheating on with this hot German guy, ha ha," and she's like unhappy with the relationship, whatever, and then it gets revealed later that kiss a little bit, and then that pays off to nothing. There's like no payoff other than, oh, I guess she's a lesbian and they like each other. Okay.
That's it. They didn't form a bond, a relationship.
I
Or
mean,
anything
not
else?
really. Besides that, they're the two that go off together and then are never seen again in the movie.
Oh, then they're just having gay sex all the time.
Yeah, in the Berlin Underground, hoping to hide from the Nazis. There's also two other characters who are like antagonists that never show up again. They're in one scene to like scare you, and then they're just gone forever.
And that was it.
Yep, they're gone forever too. They're there to be like, oh, maybe they're criminals who they won't follow us, and then they don't.
Well,
They're
they didn't make it out either.
Yep, they're only there to do whatever things they're doing. There's no subtitles in the German either. It's just, unless you speak German, or unless they tell you what they said, you're not gonna know what. And a lot of the dialogue is German. There's like a whole scene where there's this guy sitting there, and I guess it's implied because he tells the girls like, oh, he was a border patrol officer and whatever, and you can't understand anything he's saying, but you just know, oh, he's a German crazy border patrol officer. Oh, this guy, no matter what he's saying, you can probably imagine he's saying, oh, he, and there's all he goes like, so you know he's talking about murdering tons of people in Afghanistan and shit.
Well, specifically
He
Afghanistan?
does. He says Afghanistan at
He
one point.
does? Oh
Yes.
my god.
And he does like a motion with a knife, so it's like you can tell he's talking about like gunning people, and then the fucking chick, she's like, I wonder how many people he killed at the border patrol, and he doesn't speak English, so he's like, what the fuck did she say in German? And it's like, you dumb bitch, why'd you fucking say anything? Just dumb, just bad,
Bad
just bad.
decisions, bad moves all around.
Yep, not great.
Well, I mean, how would you have done any better in that moment?
Nope. And also, in these movies, when the protagonists they get a chance to escape, oh, they shot the guy in the stomach, oh, he's passed out. It's like, we gotta get the keys. How come they never kill them? Why don't they ever kill them? Why don't they ever just get a piece of rebar and bash in their skull until they see brains splattered on the ground? Because they always come back every single time, and you know they're going to as an audience member. You know they're going to, no matter how, because they get shot once, like, oh, whatever, they're gonna come back. Just splatter their fucking brains into the dirt and then leave because you'll be fine. But I don't know why that never happens.
Well,
The girl even says, kill him, and then he does hit him a bit, but obviously not enough, idiot.
maybe he was scared. He's like, I can't kill a man. I can't kill a man.
Maybe, but then, well,
But that's not explained
well,
probably either.
well, no, that's why you got your fucking stomach ripped open, and then he got his fingers up in his skin, and was like ripping off his skin like a shirt.
Oh,
Yeah, should have killed him. Should have hit a little bit harder, shouldn't you, Dennis?
yeah, fucking Dennis.
Idiot.
Do your job right.
Don't go urban exploring in Germany. And then the reason they're in this instance is because the dumb French girl's a photographer, and while their guide is walking over, it's like a one like metal thing over like this giant pit. While he's walking over, there's like a little bit of raised in the middle. He's walking over. She's like, hey, Dante, look, camera flash. As he's standing over a precarious pit trying to balance himself. Hey, look, flash.
Well, you got to relive the moment.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
he goes, oh, and then falls off, and then breaks his fucking. That's how he falls. He breaks his leg because his dumb bitch. Doesn't get her comeuppance. She's. Oh, I'm done thinking about this movie. I'm done thinking about Demented. What the fuck was it called? I don't know. Some dumb bullshit that wasn't relevant to the movie at all.
Oh man. Well, it sounds like you're very passionate about this. I think you actually really like this movie.
I did. I liked how much I hated it. I liked how bad it was.
I like how much.
That's why I watch these movies. I like how bad they were.
I can't do that. I cannot. Well, except for some things, if it's not too long. If it's like maybe an hour bad movie,
Yeah, it's like
sure,
45 minutes an hour. Yeah, it's
yeah,
fine.
but I can't take more than that because then if it's just, especially if the plot makes no sense and the acting is horrible, I'm like I can't.
That's when it's best for me.
That's when it's best for
That's
you.
when I get the hardest.
Oh.
I just remember something about the Johnsons.
Oh yeah.
People,
Well, that wasn't bad. That was interesting.
I see people recommend that on Reddit under like disturbing movies, like shocking things, and I'm like, yeah, good, it's
Yeah.
staying alive. People are learning more about here's something with the Johnsons.
It's a good film.
I don't even remember what happens at the end. I hope it's a happy ending.
Well, don't know. It's the he kills his
Does he kill him?
yeah, I think he kills his well, not his dad. It was not his,
What is it? I don't know. Someone. Yeah, I think someone dies.
Yeah,
and
'cause
then
there
maybe
was
kills
a fight.
himself. I don't remember. Yeah. That was a weird movie. That's such a weird movie.
it takes a dark turn.
It's like
real
the
quick.
son just being this like dom against his dad. It's a picture. Oh man, that's such a great movie. It's so great. It's so dumb. That's the kind of shit that you would see in a Korean movie.
Oh, okay. Then that makes sense.
Yeah, just because the craze, like, you have to picture your dad. What? It's crazy.
He loves his dad.
He loves him a lot. A
Too
lot.
much. Too much. That's a good movie recommendation for you guys. Something about the Johnsons.
A nice family film.
Yeah.
Watch it with your grandma,
mom, your
aunts,
dad.
your evangelical cousin that just found God again. Turn on something with the Johnsons. It's on YouTube, free. It's like an hour or something, maybe like 50 minutes.
No, I think it's like 45.
Yeah, maybe
It's not that long.
It's great. It's great.
I was actually thinking about that the other day. I'm like, I should rewatch that just to relive that moment.
We should. We could right now. We can go watch it.
We're good.
We can go smoke a bowl and watch something with the Johnsons.
Oh my god, what a fucking film!
Oh man, if you watch that, maybe you'll listen to these music recommendations.
Whoa.
Whoa.
My music recommendation for the week is Mac DeMarco.
Ooh.
I think we've mentioned him before, and I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
if I mentioned this
100%.
song, but it's from his third album, Dog Days. I think that's what it's
Nice.
called. It's Still Beatin'. Love
Ooh,
that song.
hell yeah, it's a good one.
Good guitar lines, chill vibe all throughout. I like indie stuff, so obviously I'm gonna recommend most of that.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're a big fan of Mac DeMarco, you'll like it. If you want to check it out, nice. I just like I always recommend vibey stuff. So if you just want to have a good time, just feel a certain mood, check that out.
Oh yeah, Mac DeMarco is a big vibe. All of his shit's great, and it's different types of vibes. It's like nice, chill or sad.
Yeah, he's
So,
got a lot of
some of the
sad
songs
shit,
are kind of sad,
but it's okay.
and some are chill, vibey, but also sad. Some are a nice mix of the middle two.
Yeah, that's how I like to feel sad if it's chill.
Yeah, chill and sad, not aggressively sad.
No, aggressively sad is too sad.
Yep,
But chill sad, it's not too bad.
it's just the right amount of sad. My music recommendation is the soundtrack to Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. So over the past week, I think in the last podcast I said I started Metal Gear 1. Since then I've beaten Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2.
Woo!
They're great games. They're both a little bit old, little bit fucking bullshit in parts and incredibly annoying, but still fantastic all the way around.
Well, yeah, because those came out in like the early 2000s, right?
Not even like the 90,
Nine?
I think 90 and 95.
Oh shit!
I
Wow.
think is when or maybe that's just when they take place. Yeah, they came out a long time ago. Yeah, a lot of bullshit. A lot of unless you want to relive that truly like awful experience of trying to figure shit out on your own. You want to use a guide for these games, and they will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. But yeah, listen to the soundtrack for Metal Gear 2. It's great. It's a very it's a pixelated sound based sound fun type shit, but it's got some great tracks in there, especially the generic like normal sneaking around track when you're still hidden and like most of them. It's got a great little like beat in it, and I would by the time I finished the game, I found myself humming it when it came along, and when I heard some parts, I was like, yeah, this is a great song. So yeah, listen to all those. Or it's great.
You know what else is great? This podcast.
Episode 100, I think was pretty great.
I mean, surprisingly, it went faster than I thought it would.
Oh yeah, definitely. Next time we're gonna be episode 101. We're gonna teach you how to podcast and Vibin 101.
Oh yeah, we'll teach you how to podcast because we're pros.
Our class in Vibin and podcasting. Woo!
Don't forget to leave a like.
If you liked all the way through, I'm trying to like more shit that I like. And any videos I like, I try to actually leave a like because it does help. And maybe even subscription as well. And a comment if you want to help that algorithm even further.